What's going on, guys? It's Kai Saunders here, aka Saundezy, and today I'm going to teach you how to nose manual. All right, so before you do try this trick, I would say you have to be comfortable with two things. That's cruising the park and just having a nice, good foot positioning while you're doing so. And also, you kind of want to have manuals down pat so you know like the logistics of how to balance on the scooter. All right, so now we're talking about the motion of a nose manual, and it's honestly not straightforward. There's a lot to it, all right? So you want your body weight to be kind of in the center of the arch of the scooter, which is going to allow that to stay exactly pretty much still. There is going to be a bit of knee bend in there, but it also comes down to how much pressure you're putting on the bars with your wrists, because that's what's going to hold the nose manual steady, as well as the knee bend. So when I jump into a nose manual and I'm in it a bit steep like this, I feel like I actually arch my body out while release some of the pressure on my bars to allow it to come back down. And then as it's dropping back down, that's when I bend forward to push the weight forwards in my nose manual to kind of get that scooter back up there. But if you maintain that steady balance point, you almost just chill in that like purgatory spot with your body weight being there and keeping like your arms nice and locked in. Now, a good warm-up that I would say, which keeps this really safe to learn, because it is kind of a scary trick, would be go from like a crack to a crack, or even just find a flat piece of concrete and start like lifting onto your front wheel a little bit, not too much, because eventually the more you get on it, you'll start to feel that perfect point with your scooter and your wheel where you're going to start to find that balance point. So now when approaching the nose manual, I'm going to explain how you kind of want your footing. So I kind of have mine more towards the back with my front foot kind of towards the front, but a lot of people actually have it more on the neck of the scooter, which is going to allow you to get into that point a little further. But my balance point, I'm left foot natural, so it's all in my back foot, but you just want to keep your feet as close as possible on your scooter, wherever's comfortable. It's going to be different for everyone, and you also want to hit the tippy toes a little bit, which is going to counteract in the nose manual balance as well. So I'll show you kind of how I have my feet. Like I said, it does vary for everyone because everyone's a little different with where they find their like natural balance point. Now, when jumping into this trick, you do want to start bending before you hop up onto whatever obstacle you're going to be trying this on. You want to have your knees bent. And what I like to do is hop off my back wheel, because that's what's going to propel you onto your front wheel a little bit. So it's a bit of a backwards hop onto the front wheel, which allows you to kind of jump forward. And then from there, you have a lot of stiffness and pressure added onto your bars from your wrists, and you just want to maintain the balance in the nose manual. When you are in the nose manual, if you're going too steep, you do want to counteract in this kind of positioning so your body weight is more towards the back, which is going to drop the scooter. And as you're dropping, if you want to come back up, you'd push towards the scooter so you can maintain a bit more weight towards the front of the scooter to get it back up. And when you're going off a ledge, for instance, you're either going to want to do a little hop off your front wheel to clear your back wheel from that ledge, or if you're going at a nice enough speed, which you may not be when learning this, then you should be able to cruise off really nicely and just prepare for that drop off. So I'd say a common mistake that I do see is people having their feet too far towards the back when trying a nose manual. When attempting this nose manual, you want your feet to be in the exact position that you're going to be balancing the nose manual in. Now, the next thing I would say is people jumping too far into the nose manual too quickly, which is going to lead for a face plant. So that's why I said to fix that, it's going to be good to just practice this on a flat piece of concrete so you can feel the balance point and get it more consistent before you try it going crazy fast on a ledge. Now, what helped me really well with learning this trick was just practicing it on like a netball court or something. Because like I said, if you have the nose manual dialed on a flat piece of concrete, then when it comes to jumping in and out of something, you're going to have it pretty easy, okay? But if you go ahead, bite off more than you can chew and jump on some crazy ledge and try the nose manual before you can balance it, the likeliness is you're going to go over the scooter, okay? So just find a nice piece of flat concrete and practice till you're like, willy. What you can do next with the nose manual, once you have dialed it down pretty much on a flat piece of concrete, is you can take it on like any size ledges. You know, you can work your way up. You can go from like out of a ramp into a ramp, kind of curve it around. You can also do combos like trick in and trick out. The world's your oyster at that point. That's Kai Saunders signing out. Thanks for watching my how to nose manual tutorial. Now, if you want some tips and feedback, make sure you post it in the community so you can receive some tips and feedback.